The latest statewide case count for the coronavirus shows an increase of more than 700 cases and the resolution of the server issue that they were experiencing over the weekend. Here's a look at the latest numbers. The statewide case count has now passed 37,800 with a little over 2,500 deaths there. The state was working to fix some server issues over the weekend that has kept them from accurately portraying the numbers. We believe the increase in cases today is related to that server issue being resolved, and that's the reason why the case count went up. It will be updated tomorrow at noon.